Welcome back, my friends. We are back for part something with our Shooters World Shootout. We've got our AR Plus rounds loaded up here with our 5-shot groups. We've got our powder charges over here. We've got them loaded up. Let's get out to the range and see if we can shoot a little bit. Alrighty folks, we're out here on the range finally. It's been, I don't know how long since we actually started this video, but we are here at the new dummy round compound, finally shooting our AR Plus. So let's get into it. Alright, first up we have 25.7 grains. Looks like that one flew a little bit high, but it felt like a good shot. Let's see this last one here. Alright, yeah, that last one was a good shot too. That group is not bad looking. Next up, 25.9. Looking pretty good. Let's not screw it up. Man, this is looking pretty good. Let's get this last one right in there too. All right, these first two groups are looking pretty good. We have one charge left. We can go up to 26.1, which I think is a tenth above the book max. I'm not sure at this point, but we're going to try 26.1. Let's do it. And our barrel is actually pretty hot. I shot it's probably 75 rounds a little bit earlier before this video. So the barrel's been warm this whole time, and you've seen the rate of fire I've been shooting. And it seems to keep them grouped in there pretty well. So let's try this last charge here and see if it doesn't all just fall apart. Still an easy bolt lift. Just a bare slight bit of primer cratering, but they are still really rounded. And we might have a little bit of a rub on the case head there, but that could be from a previous firing also. Got a damn stink bug in my hat. Oh. Ha! Alright, these groups look freaking awesome. Let's go check them out from a little bit closer. Alright, not bad, not bad. So here was our first charge, I think 25.7. Probably a little over an inch. We got 4 of them there, and I think that was the one I said flew a bit high. Moving on over, pretty much identical point of impact. There wasn't really any shift, although it looks like it could be splitting between two positions here perhaps. So there might be a node here and a node here it's split between, maybe one on the high or low side. But still, that's pretty well within an inch, I would say, for these 5 shots here. I think this is a 2-inch paster circle here. And then moving on to 26.1, we've got, again, 4 of them in pretty close, and then 1 out far. I think that's the far one there. But still probably right around an inch. That's just not too bad. And it looks like, actually, this, again, like I said, it might be trying to split up into 2 different points of impact. So there could be this little cluster here, and then where it's moving away from this cluster here. I'm not sure. They all kind of look like an identical group size, but it's hard to tell what it's going to do until we are able to move farther out where it's actually shifting. So it looks pretty good at this distance, but once again, it's hard to tell if it's actually an inch or if it's going to split off into 2 ways here or all go one direction or not. So, but as far as range ammo or varmint duty within 100 or 200 yards, I'm sure that is sufficient enough. That's really not too bad. Some of this could be human error. I'm just on a crappy little fold-out table with a bipod and a little sandbag on the back end, so could be a lot of human error involved here. This could, what if this is just the biggest window ever and I can pick this, and this is human error out here, and they're really all just itty-bitty groups. Who knows? It's hard to tell. Anyways, let's get back to the bench and we'll figure out what we're going to do from here. All right, guys, we're back in from the range here, and we're just going to take a quick look at this target here. It looks like they're all almost the same dang size here with our AR Plus, but we'll go ahead, whip out the old measuring stick, and it looks like with this spread out flyer here, we're at about 1.4 inches on this group. Not too horrible, although it looks like maybe there's a cluster here and one of them is out, or a cluster here and one is low. Hard to tell where our point of impact is actually at with, one high and one low there. Coming over here to our center group, our next charge. I think that was 25.9 grains. Yes, so moving up to 25.9. Here we have, this is right at 1 inch here. And yeah, so we've got right at 1 inch here with the 25.9 grain charge. 3 of them close and then 2 here. Again, like I said, with the blackout, I'm not sure if this is splitting into 2 different points of impact or not. Because as we kind of go through here, they're kind of around the dot, and then these are shifting up. Or it's just me and my abilities to shoot, which are lacking, to say the least. But anyways, this is looking pretty good there. That's within an inch at 25.9 grains. Moving up to our maximum charge, it looks like it might open up just a bit. That one's about 1.1. This one might be right at an inch too if we go center to center. So maybe 1.1 here and 1 inch here. Although if you just take a quick glance, this one looks a little bit better in my mind. Although this one isn't bad. I'm sure this one will take out many a squirrel or rock chuck. Or heck, even in Tennessee here, I can hunt deer with the 223. Not saying that that's the best choice for that application, but certainly doable. Anyways, yeah, these are both right at an inch, so I am pretty satisfied there. We can jump right in the middle maybe, try exactly 26 grains. And if we look at our brass, we get just a bare slight bit of primer cratering. So we are on these 3 rows before the unfired ones, but you can see some of these have some case head swipage, which is an indication of pressure. We also can see that we're starting to crater some of these primers here. Now they are still a bit rounded, but you can see that slight bit of cratering coming right up around some of these here. This one's got just a little bit of a lip there. You can see these. And then our maximum charge, 26.1, just ever slightly cratered still, but we still have round edges. And these are the hard CCI 41 primers, so they're all you know, pretty much magnum ignition with super hard cups that resist slam fires and such. So super hard cups starting to pierce, or rather crater, will lead to piercing. So that's probably where we need to stop on the pressure. And that's probably good that we did stop there. If it were a hotter day outside and with a temperature sensitive powder, that could be bad if it was like 105 in the middle of August. So these 3 rows here compared to our blackout, you can see that these were obviously a little bit higher pressure due to all of the swiping on the case heads. Although these do have some as well, we don't see any cratering on those primers. Anyways, I rather like these 2 charges, but I don't like beating up the brass. So if I'm going to decap those, I'll check out the primer pockets, see how those still feel. But these are both right at 1 inch. That's pretty good there. Perhaps we should maybe go right in the middle at 26 grains, and then I can try that in my other 223 platform firearms and see how it does in those. And if I can shoot 1 inch out of 2 or 3 different guns with the same load, that will be very nice. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Are we in between point of impacts here? Although they're all kind of right above. They're all kind of high and just slightly right of the center dot though. So maybe that's very consistent is what I'm seeing as well. I'm not very good at analyzing this stuff here, guys, so we'll figure it out. Anyways, let me know what you guys would do. Would you go way back down to a starting charge and try out everything up until this point? We could do that, but that would be a couple hundred rounds, I'm sure, just for this one powder. Which isn't an issue. That could be a really fun, in-depth test to do. Anyways, pretty excited here. Good stuff. If you enjoy this sort of content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can check out all my other socials, links, affiliate codes, etc. at dummyroundreloading.com. Thanks again for hanging out, guys, and we will see you in the next video. Have a good one.